Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today's practice is a short hip-focused yoga flow. So when you're ready, pop something comfortable on and come join me on the mat. We're going to start seated, so when you're ready, find a comfortable way to sit, whether that's cross-legged, legs stretched away, kneeling if you prefer, whatever feels best for you. We're going to work today on a bit of flexibility and strength in our hips. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll lower the gaze or close the eyes. And just take a moment drawing the awareness in. Tune in and notice how you're feeling within yourself. No judgment, no expectation. Just tune in to how you feel in this moment. Try to let go of whatever was happening before the practice, whatever's going to happen afterwards. Those things will take care of themselves. Just tune in to how you feel in this moment. And give yourself permission to be fully present in this practice. Let your awareness settle onto the breath. And follow the flow of breath in and out of the body. Deepening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Let your center expand on the inhale, settle on the exhale. Breathing through the nose as best as you can. And throughout the practice, try to maintain this breath. Slow and steady. Naturally, at times the breath will move to different parts of the body. It will become quicker. We'll lose track of it. That's normal and natural. Whenever you can, take a moment to settle your awareness back to the breath. And bring it back to this slow, steady rhythm. Inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, settling. Now with your next inhale, we'll take the arms out and up. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Inhaling out and up. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Great. This time we'll inhale out and up. We'll exhale and twist to the right. Right hand down behind. Left hand on the right leg. Looking over the right shoulder. Think about lengthening up. Finding space through the spine. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the left. We'll inhale back to center. And we'll exhale, right hand down to the side, left arm up and over. From here, that left hand is going to come down towards the mat as we turn the body down with it towards the right leg. The inhale will then lift and open through the chest, reaching up with that left hand. So our exhale turns down towards the mat. Our inhale lifts and opens. Great, we'll do one more on this side. Lovely. And we'll exhale to bring that left arm back up and over. One last stretch, sending the left sit bone down towards the mat. Then the inhale, up through center. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Great. That right hand is then going to come down towards the mat, turning down towards the left leg. Inhale, lift the arm up, open through the chest. Exhale, hand down, rotating down towards the mat. Inhale, lift and open. Last one, exhale. And inhale. Great. Exhale, one last side stretch. Reach the right arm up and over. Send the right sit bone down. Then inhale to come back through center. Reach the arms out at shoulder height. Right arm on top. We're going to wrap the arms around, coming into eagle arms. So you can always wrap the arms around like you're giving yourself a big hug, or keeping the right elbow crossed over the left elbow, backs of the hands coming together, or palms towards each other in eagle arms. Shoulders down away from the ears, and just lifting the elbows a little until you find that stretch across the top of the shoulders. Great. Well, uncross the arms, take the right hand up and back, left hand going round to meet it. Coming towards cow's head arms. Don't worry if that left hand doesn't touch the right hand, just reach in that direction, open out through the chest. Brilliant. We'll release the hands, reach out again, shoulder height. Left elbow on top this time, eagle arms, either wrap around, give yourself a lovely big hug, or backs the hands come towards each other, or palms towards each other. The main thing we want with this is that crossover of the elbows, opening out through the upper back. Shoulders down as you lift the elbows a little. Find that stretch across the top of the shoulders. Great. Uncross the arms, left hand going up and back. Right hand going round to meet it. Again, don't worry if it doesn't reach, we're just reaching in that direction. Lovely. A little bit more space through the chest if you can. And then we'll release the hands, give the shoulders a good wriggle. Great. Cobbler pose, soles of the feet together, knees rolling out, hold on to your ankles. Great, you can stay nice and upright, or you can take a little lean forward. Oh, I did an aerial yoga class yesterday and my legs are feeling it today. So this pose feels like a very nice stretch. Wonderful. When you're ready, we'll come back up to sitting, bring the knees back in, we'll spin the feet round and come to tabletop position. Moving through cat-cow when you're ready, inhaling to look up, exhaling to round. Move at your own pace, find that rhythm with the breath. Great, then we'll come to a nice neutral spine. We're going to send the right foot up towards the ceiling, knee bent, and trying to keep the center relatively neutral. So we're trying not to drop the lower back, but not try to arch the lower back particularly, come towards a relatively neutral state. And we're going to draw a nice big circle with that right knee. So we're going to take it out, round and down, and then send the right foot back up towards the ceiling. So the knee goes out, round and down, and then you bring it back up. We'll do one more like this. And then reverse direction, bring the knee down, out to the side, around and up. Great, down, out, around and up. One more. Lovely. And then pop that knee down onto the mat. We'll go straight onto the left side. Send the left foot up towards the ceiling. Again, trying to bring the spine towards neutral, center relatively neutral. And we're taking the knee out, round and down. Great, nice big circles with the hip. When we say bringing the center towards neutral, don't get too stuck on it and hold everything tight. We're going to reverse direction with that knee. Keep your breathing nice and steady and just notice what happens with the lower back. Notice if, like me, you tend towards an anterior tilt and that arch, or notice if you tend to hunch. So much of our yoga practice is just noticing where our body naturally tends to go and habits we get into. Bring that knee back down. Fab, we're just going to take the weight in circles around the hands, working into the wrists. We'll take the circles in the opposite direction. Great, and then coming back to center. Sit back towards the heels. Give the wrists a bit of a shake. So some of you may find blocks helpful in this flow. So if you know you like to use blocks, particularly for stepping through to lunges and things like that, or if you just want to give it a go with blocks instead, we're going to be going into a pistol squat, and the blocks can definitely help when you're learning to do this. So do go grab some yoga blocks / bricks. If you don't have any, don't worry, piles of books do the job, or you can give it a go without them. As with most things, don't get too hung up on it. You can usually muddle through. Lovely. So if you are using blocks, we'll just pop them towards the top of the mat. And we're going to start in downward facing dog. So hands stretched out in front of you in ancestral worship to get that space between the hands and the feet. Then we inhale to bring the weight forward, tuck the toes, and send the hips up and back. Have a little ease into down dog. Feel free to give the heels a bit of a walk. Maybe shake the head, nod the head, ease the weight forward and back. Settle into the pose however you want to. Wonderful. Then our weight's going into the left foot. We'll send the right leg up into the air. Doesn't need to be particularly high. I'm trying to lengthen through that leg. My toes have ended up on the wall in my little room. Great. Then we're going to bend the knee and send the right foot over towards the left, lifting the knee, lifting and opening through the hip. Great. We'll then inhale to come back through center. Draw that knee in, try and hug it up towards the body. Then either taking a few steps forward, pop the toes down, help yourself forward, or pop the knees down and step forward. Coming into our first lunge, we'll lower the back knee down, untuck the back toes, and lengthen over that front leg. This is where you may find blocks helpful, giving you that extra space, or you may prefer to keep the hands on the mat. Great. Even though our hips are coming forwards and down, we want to keep drawing the legs in towards that center line. So we're engaging the muscles as we stretch. If that feels okay, we'll reach the arms up, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Hands coming back down, either onto your blocks or onto the mat. Hanumanasana. You could slide the back knee back if you find that helpful. Draw the right toes towards you, lengthen through that right leg. Notice if you drop towards one side, try and come back towards center. Remember, hands don't have to stay down by the foot. You can walk the hands up towards the body. Great. We'll then bend again into that knee. Bring the weight forward. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, push through that big toe base of the back foot. Maybe it takes a bit of wriggling. Make sure you've got some space between the feet. You're not all on a tightrope. Then when you feel steady, we reach up, coming into our high lunge. Keep pushing through that back heel. Wonderful. Our hands are going to come down, framing the front foot, ready to step back for our downward facing dog again. Great. Take a moment, settle into down dog. Lovely. Then send the left leg up into the air. Find that length. Great. We'll bend the knee. Foot over to the right. Open up through the hip. Lift that left knee. Inhale, knee back through center. Draw the weight forward. And step the foot through. Back knee down. Top of the back foot down into your lunge. Remember, use any props you want to. And know that that step forward takes a lot of core strength. So if you find that you haven't quite got that step through yet, if it still feels like your foot is getting stuck, it takes a lot of core strength. Also, length of arms comes into it, length of legs. So there are lots of adaptations you can make, one of which being blocks, or to pop the knees down and step forward, or help it forward. Don't panic that it doesn't seem too easy yet. Fab. From here, if you like, reach the arms up, lift the gaze, lift the chest, and then hands down. Draw the hips back, Hanumanasana. Maybe you do that little knee wriggle to give yourself a bit more space. Imagine your chest is heading towards the top of the foot. Great, we'll bend again into the knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, coming into our high lunge. Wriggle as much as you need to. Make sure you've got that space between the feet and you feel steady before you reach the arms up. Press through the big toe base of the back foot. Find that strength through the back leg. Great, the hands come down to frame the front foot. And we step back, downward facing dog. Weight again into the left foot. Send the right leg up into the air. This time, as we draw the weight forward, we're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Great, so foot to the outside of the right hand. We're coming into a little lizard pose. We're going to twist first. Left hand down or on your block. Reach up with the right hand, looking towards the right hand. We'll pop the right hand back down. You can stay up on your hands or you can start to come down towards the elbows for lizard. Remember, with lizard, if you prefer, back knee could come down, or you can keep the toes tucked under and the back knee lifted. If you find your outside elbow comes down a little bit easier than your inside elbow, that's no bother. It's okay to have one elbow completely down and one elbow not quite. Just try not to lean too far towards your left. Brilliant. So from here, we're going to walk that right foot back in a little so our hands can come either side of that right foot. If you've got your blocks, grab your blocks and have the blocks slightly ahead of the toes. Weight's going to come forward and float the left leg up into the air. So if your hands are on the mat, hands slightly ahead of the toes as well. Coming into a one-legged forward fold. Again, imagine your chest is heading towards the top of the right foot. Then we're going to come through into our pistol squat. So bring the left leg down, bring it through past the right foot. Start to bend into the right knee as you send the left foot out in front. Right heel can lift off the mat. Great, hands can stay down, or you can see if you can lift the hands and find that balance. I can't today. Great. And then we're going to come back up. So press through the hands, hands down, float that foot back up and back. Great. And then lower the left foot down onto the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Lovely. We're going to send the left leg up into the air. Find that length. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand into our lizard twist. Right hand stays down, left hand reaches up. Lovely. Lower the hand down, lizard pose. So either on your palms of the hands, staying up high, or you can come down to your elbows. Remember, back knee can always come down if you prefer. Think about finding length through the spine. Maybe check in with your breath here. I've noticed my breath has sped up after doing a pistol squat. Maybe you find the same. See if you can slow it down, especially when we do poses like pistol squat that you might not do regularly. The nervous system tends to question us, wonder what we're doing, and so our breathing speeds up as we head more towards a sympathetic state of our nervous system. So it can be really good in between to do a little check-in, slow the breath down, send it down towards the base part of our breathing, and help send us into that parasympathetic state to calm us down so our nervous system is a happy bunny when we go into it on the other side. Lovely. So if you're down on your elbows, coming back up, we're going to walk that left foot back in towards the center, so it's between the hands. We tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, either blocks or hands ahead of the left toes. Bring the right foot in and float the right foot up into the air. Don't worry how high it goes. Think about the chest heading towards the top of that left foot. Lovely. We're going to sweep that right foot through all the way out in front. Bend into the left knee. Maybe you lift the heel. Maybe the hands come up on this side. Oh, I'm having a wobbly day, but it was better on this side. Then we're going to come back up and out. Lift up, float that foot back. That was not very elegant on this side for me. Building that strength in the hips there with the pistol squat. Well done. Bend into the left knee. Pop the right foot down. Step back, downward facing dog. We often want poses to look elegant straight away. But some poses are more of a challenge. I find being hypermobile, pistol squats, remain a challenge. Trying to convince my hips to stay strong and stable can be real hard work. And as a yoga teacher, sometimes I feel that I should be able to do things perfectly. But just know, even yoga teachers, we're working on things as well. For me, pistol squats are there. So let's work on them together. Well done, everybody. You can pop your knees down, sit back to the heels, either regular ancestral worship or wide-legged ancestral worship, and let the body settle down. Check in with the breath again, and let the breathing settle. And walking the hands back in towards you. Coming to a seated position if that's comfortable. Kneeling if it's better. Whatever feels good. Great. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands just resting on the knees. We're just going to inhale, lift the gaze over the chest. Exhale, rounding. Great. And we'll come back to center. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe bringing the hands into chin mudra, thumb and first finger together. Grounding, centering mudra. Let the eyes gently close. And draw the awareness in. See if you can recall how you felt at the beginning of the practice. Be aware of any changes. In yoga, we say that working with the hips is working with deep-seated emotions. So sometimes when we practice things with a bit of a hip focus, it can make us emotional or make us feel like things are shifting a little. If that's the case for you, then just tune into it. Try to notice it without attachment, without analyzing it or trying to think it away. Try to simply practice awareness. Maybe working with the hips has brought something up. And so you know that as you step away from this practice, you can find someone to talk it through with, whether that's friends or family, maybe a professional. Our yoga practice is a wonderful tool, but it's not everything. It's not a one fix for all things. Often our yoga practice can be the thing that lets us know what we need to work on, emotionally, not just physically. So if that's the case for you today, then I encourage you to go and talk to someone. If talking to someone isn't right for you right now, maybe journal about it, maybe do some more meditation on it. And just try, as I say, to practice non-attachment, no judgment. Emotions are here for a reason. They help us to grow and evolve. So allow them to do the job they're here to do. So if you have time for a meditation, heading into that now, I highly recommend the loving kindness meditation. I'll link to that video at the end of this video. But if this is all you have time for today, and then starting to find some movement again in the body. Wriggle the shoulders, let the eyes gently open whenever you're ready. Bring yourself fully back into the room. Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed that practice. Leave me any comments, let me know how you got on. Please do subscribe, I appreciate it deeply. And I will see you here again soon. Om Shanti.